Alright guys, it's official. It's time for Vacation Con. We are going to Kawaii Kon. Hello, welcome to the channel or welcome back to the channel. I'm Julianne and today we are going to do a little con vlog. And like I said earlier, we are doing a vacation con. We're going to go to Oahu to do Kawaii Kon, and I believe it is their biggest convention there. And I don't believe that the Hawaiian Islands have like a ton of conventions going on. I know that they have like smaller ones that are trying to build up, but this one is really special because it is the biggie, and so a lot of people on the island are excited to go to it. And of course, us artists are very excited to go to it as well. For like obvious reasons. It's Oahu. I freaking love Oahu. And I mean, I'm trying not to be like a tourist there as often anymore, but this is for work, okay? So I can be like a tourist and working at the same time. It makes it better, right? Anywho, this is not my first Kawaii Kon. I did do Kawaii Kon for the first time last year, and I did vlog it, and I have it edited, but I just like never found a good time to post it. So my first Kawaii Kon vlog, as well as like an ETCC vlog, Soccer Con vlog, so many other vlogs I have that I never posted and just like never found the time to post it, are just like exist in the archives. And so if you guys are interested in seeing any of those videos, I don't think I can post them on YouTube because I don't want to like flood my YouTube with like super old content, but I can have it like on Patreon or something where it's like 50 cents to access. I don't think I can make it free. If I can make it free, I will. But if you're looking for like extra content, I can put that there. So basically from my experience last year, I know that for me and my art, that this con is a very just medium convention. And again, medium is good. We can't have a banger all the time because then otherwise that would be our new medium. And it's not a really bad con. It is just like right in the middle for me. And the thing is though that Oahu is very expensive, and it's not just like going to Oahu that's expensive like all year round. It's the fact that it's during like the spring break time. It's always at the end of March, beginning of April, so the prices are all jacked up. So my expenses for this year are actually very similar to that of last year, except this year's table was a little bit more expensive. I've noticed that has been a trend in just like conventions in general, is like everyone's jacking up their prices. But that's like everyone everywhere right now. Everyone's just jacking up the prices for no reason. But yeah, as always, I'll go over how much I spent at the end, my review of the con, and throughout the video, I'm just gonna be talking about how I feel about it. But of course, because this is Vacation Con, there's gonna be a lot of just like me just doing stuff at the beach and whatnot content. So it'll be fun. It'll be a fun one. But anyway, I am literally leaving tomorrow, and my flight is actually not super early. It's at 10 a.m. It's a non-stop flight, but it is the most amount of money I've ever paid to fly to Oahu. Normally I pay like $300 because I'm in California, but this time I paid like, I think over double. Anyway, more on that later. I'm just gonna pack up some stuff now, and I've actually made it a lot easier on myself this time around because now whenever I get new inventory, I do bundle it up in terms of like the amount that I take to a con. So yeah, it'll be really easy prep, and let's get on with the video. In the Walmart. It's literally beautiful and perfect. When you look this way, look at that. Double rainbow. There's like a storm or something coming in right now, and it's giving me PTSD because last year I got stuck in like a giant storm here. I was literally stuck at a shaved ice place for like an hour or two because it was raining so hard and it started flooding the entire street and the winds were so crazy. But yeah, it kind of looks like that's happening again. It's literally right before 6 a.m. so it's like 5:50 right now, and I'm here at Leonard's because I fucking hate a line and I'm massively jet lagged and I'm really craving a malasada. Oh my god, chicken! So yeah, I'm gonna grab a couple malasadas and then I'm gonna head over to do a little hike. I said I was only gonna get a couple, but ended up getting half a dozen. I like them walking around the forest. All right. This is literally King Julian's crown in Madagascar. Anyway, did it. I'm here, and it was like 30 minutes. If you're ever in Oahu and you're like not a very confident hiker, but you still like want to do something like a little adventure-y, a little nature-y with a great view, then I would definitely check out Manoa Falls. It's always like a go-to for me, just like as like a little, I don't know, little appetizer to the rest of the hikes that I may be doing the rest of this trip. Oh my god, look at these cute birdies. Also, there's like cute little birdies everywhere. You can't see them, but they are very cute. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any crazy hikes this trip though, because it's so freaking windy. And also, I mean, I'm working, I don't want to tire myself out. And my favorite hike, which is Monowili Falls, is like permanently closed for some reason. I mean, not for some reason. I know the reason. It's because they're rehabbing the trail. But yeah, so that makes me really sad because it's always a go-to for me. But no complaints here. I still had a lot of fun doing this little trail. And now I'm gonna head to North Shore and hopefully maybe it'll be a little less windy and I'm just gonna chill out on the beach. I deserve a little bit of sleep. I have all my setup here, and this year instead of going through the front lobby, they're making us use the freight elevator, which is in the back, and honestly it's kind of a seamless process so far. So this is the line to get in for Artist Alley, and it was like this last year too, but honestly I went to the one in the front last year and it was like triple the size. It took me an hour and 25 minutes to just get my badge last year, so this little line just to that table right there is not that bad at all. Look how cute my badge is. Okay, this is my table. It is by the back wall, and I don't know, not the best location because this is all of Artist Alley. Last year I had a really weird location as well, but I mean, it is what it is, right? You gotta deal with what you got. What the setup is looking like. Once again, I forgot price tags. But yeah, looking the same as always. I'm actually doing a video upgrading this whole setup so that it's a lot more personalized to my brand. I'm so excited for that. But until then, this will do. Also, look, I always break a couple nails. Look at that. Look at this. So sad. conditions. Alright, I'm walking over to the convention center, and at first I thought it was a good idea. But honestly, with this wind, I don't know how great of an idea it was anymore. Thank you. Alright, and this is what the booth looks like. It always looks the same, except sometimes I forget stuff. Like I forgot a mini print over here, and I got another mini print and 3 sticker sheets. So that's always something, but it's okay. Fear not, I brought all of these guys, including my new one, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this chubby guy. What actually concerns me, besides like the location of my booth, is that all of these 3 booths are empty. So when people are walking along this way, they're less likely to come over here or to continue walking down because they think nothing's really here. And yeah, I don't think my location is the greatest, but there's nothing you can do about that. So no need to complain, but I do think it's gonna affect sales a little bit just because Artist Alley is so much bigger than last year and is oriented different. And so instead of next to the autographs, I'm next to the cars. Like I don't know how much overlap there is between the car community and the people who like my art. But anyway, I got a Celsius as always. Unfortunately, I don't like living this life, but it's tropical vibes. How cute. And I also brought a little Hawaiian sun because I always get a Hawaiian sun when I'm here. You can get them back on the mainland, but I just like it when I'm here. And a bunch of Musubis. And this is my new friend. Look how cute she is. And look how cute her art is. Lucky! I love. Dipping into the first little onigiri action. Oh my god! Oh my god! The performance! She got me a little bag of snacks. I love, and the pretty patty. Look how cute! This is her brand. Alright, so it is not quite closing time yet. We are 30 minutes before closing time, but I'm so freaking hungry and I know I'm gonna fall asleep soon because I'm so jet lagged. So I'm out of here, and honestly it's been quite slow the past like 2 to 3 hours. There was like a little pickup around 7 p.m. because they closed the exhibitor hall 1 hour earlier than the Artist Alley. So there's like an initial like small little pickup, but after that it kind of just dies out again. Everyone's leaving, everyone's gonna go eat dinner. And so that's what I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna eat leave and I'm gonna go eat dinner. Today performed very similarly to last year, so it's a pretty typical Friday, nothing like super outrageous or notable. What's notable is that it's not bad. When you spend this much money at a con that's like a vacation con, you do kind of hope and pray that it's at least very normal. Anyway, you really can't like expect more than just like normal. So I did do a little bit better by a few $100s than last year, but just in general, pretty fine Friday, nothing spectacular. But again, you're in a spectacular place, so that's what really makes it. Anyway, tomorrow I'm gonna actually do a hike in the morning, and then hopefully Saturday is gonna be huge because today there was a huge line, but a lot of people were just spectating. I noticed that most of the badges that I saw were like full weekend badges rather than just single day, so obviously there's gonna be a lot of browsing, and let's see if people close out tomorrow. Oh my god, the lighting is like so nice here. I feel like my skin is better than ever here, and it has to do with my Southeast Asian blood. I just love the humidity, just love the beach air. Anyway, just finished the hike, and it was really cute and small, and not the best to do in Crocs because it was a little steep and a little sandy, and I believe Croc hikes are best when they're like muddy and wet. It's okay if it's steep in the mud for some reason, then they don't slip, but in the dirt they do slip. Anyway, that was the Lani Kai pillbox, and now it is 8 a.m. and I gotta head back to Waikiki, which is about 30 minutes away, and start preparing for the con. I need to shower, I need to eat, Need to grab a little lunchy, and then it's the big day. It's Saturday. Oh, you know, now looking at it, I don't know why I decided to hike on the big day, because I'll need all my energy. That's why this video is brought to you by Celsius. It's actually not, but I feel like they should start sponsoring my con videos because I mention them every single video. All right, we are now at the convention center, and it is open. It's full swing. Apparently there was like some issues with the parking this morning, so I think people are still kind of trickling in. But so far, there's already like pretty good foot traffic, and I haven't made any sales yet. It's only been like 20 minutes. And the lights were off for the first 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm pumped, honestly. And she gave me this little guy. Okay, so you guys have not heard from me all day, not because I've been so busy, but because I've been so incredibly bored that, I don't know, I just forgot about all my responsibilities. And I've just been playing on my iPad, drawing a little bit. I've been reading a book on loveeee. Yeah, honestly, today is performing almost exactly like yesterday for me, and today's Saturday. So for a Saturday to be the same as a Friday is a little bit alarming. But honestly, I mean, it's not a bad con. It's still very medium, still very average, as it was last year. But the thing is that right now, the numbers are saying that I'm performing a lot less than last year. So we are in the like lower end of average rather than last year where we were in the upper end of average. So yeah, it's a little disappointing, but I'm still profiting. It's still a vacation con, so I'm not really all too mad. I'm just a little bored and my back hurts a little bit. It is day 3, the final day, and I don't know if I talked about the con at all yesterday, but it was pretty slow, and I feel like the consensus in general, for those who've been here before, or even for a couple people who've never been before, just in general, it's a little bit slower than last year. For some people, it's pretty decent. For me, a little bit slower. And today, honestly, so far, it's like popping in terms of like attendance. There's a lot of people walking around. But again, not too many sales happening, but I did get a bunch of snacks from the beautiful Cheeky Two Heart. And Kopiko is like one of my favorite things, so it's so nice to get some of that. But the tea is that there's a table from my table 2 tables down. They're AI art. I don't know how they got into this con, but it's very obvious AI art. And I mean, it's the last day, but you know, morals are morals, ethics are ethics. You gotta get out of here. And these 2 tables never came. A doggy back there. Okay, not to be absolutely freaking the fuck out, but this girl from last year, she stopped by my table and said that she watched my videos, and she, oh, this is her card by the way, and I will link her Instagram down below because she's so talented. And she drew like a little sketch of me in my Sailor Mars cosplay that I used to do when I was feeling cuter about myself. But this year, look! She drew me cosplaying as my Sprout with my little Sprout Pepper. It's really like the best thing that's ever happened to me, ever. I cannot like express how much this means to me. This is incredible. Oh, thank you so much, Shyla. Oh, like I literally do not care that this con has been a little bit slower than I expected. Like this is it. This has been my favorite con of the year. Oh my god. Also, I'm fucked up. I said that I was cosplaying as Pepper here. I'm clearly Lelomela. Look at that. Ugh, I don't even know my own characters. Okay, so it's definitely picked up a little bit since I last talked to you guys. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just in my head, or actually the numbers support it. I was gonna say like maybe it's in my head that like now I've like got in my head that it's like not that great of a con, that any kind of transaction I'm like, ooh, a transaction. But the numbers say that we're actually doing pretty fine compared to the last couple days. We're actually on track with the other days
which is interesting because it's a Sunday. And today there's like a lot less perusing and people are just like making purchases, so things are going by pretty fast. And yeah, that's all I gotta say for the moment. We're thinking we're gonna close up in about an hour. I don't anticipate that we're gonna have too much more action, and then I'm gonna clean up. Okay, I went snorkeling this morning and I literally have like 2 seconds left in Oahu before I head on to the airport, which is right there. But I'm gonna stop by loveeee to pick up a little cream puff for my flight.
Okay, we are back in business, back settled at home, and although Kawaii Kon was just like such a fun and wholesome and an incredible time, I am honestly feeling so good to just like be at home for like a sec. I don't have another con for like another 3 to 4 weeks. Honestly feels very, very good. All right, you guys already saw my entire experience at Kawaii Kon. It was jam-packed. I was doing the absolute most, and the con was kind of just okay, and the numbers very much reflect that. So why don't we go over like what I made? Oh, sorry. Actually, let's go over costs first because these are very high, but it's actually not the most I've ever spent on a con. So buckle up and don't fucking judge me, all right? I feel like when I share numbers with you guys, we gotta be respectful. And don't come up to me at a convention and say like, whoa, you're spending so much money at conventions. That's weird. And it's happened before, so don't do that. Hello, editing me here. I just wanted to pop into the outro real quick just to extra super duper emphasize that everything that I spent my money on was like by choice. You do not nearly have to spend as much money as I did. A lot of people do not. But I feel like throughout the vlog, I try to make it as clear as possible that this is a vacation con for me. I don't care how much money I spend, and you're gonna see that I spent like an outrageous amount on hotel because I stayed at a really nice resort where it had like all the amenities I wanted, and I spent a ton of money on parking in a car, which is super not necessary for this con, but I wanted to explore. And yeah, just remember that I'm not trying to recommend you guys anything. I do not make these vlogs to tell you guys this is how you do Artist Alley. I'm just documenting my experience. So yeah, anyway, just go back to the video. But all right, let's get started. So at the very beginning of the video, I already discussed that flights were incredibly expensive for flying from California to Oahu. Again, I used to do it all the time, and I would get my tickets for about $300, sometimes even under. Like one time I got my tickets for like $250. And this flight, because it was during spring break, was $732.40, and that is so freaking crazy. I once flew to Spain for less than that. That is, oh my God. Anyway, it's all part of going to the convention. You'll make back the money, and we did make back the money, so that's okay. But again, you always have to take into account like how much money you believe you're going to be making. What is it that you can afford to lose, because you aren't guaranteed this money back. So keep that in mind. If you see a flight price that high, maybe it's not worth it for you. My hotel was insane. It was $1,474, and that includes the parking price because I did rent a car because I did want to explore. That was a very unnecessary part to do, and it did cost me like an extra like $500 to do, but it was part of the vacation con experience, and I do not regret it at all. And that was for, I believe, 5 days. I was there from Wednesday to Monday, and that was how much that cost. The car, again, was $225. It was $45 per day for 5 days, so $225. What are we at now? We're like definitely in like the 2000s. I think we're in like the maybe upper 2000s, maybe like 2,500 at this point. I'll have a little counter right here. And the table itself was $306, and that was a little bit more expensive than the previous year. The previous year was $292, so not that crazy of a price increase. I did go to a con earlier this year where the price increased by like $150, which is insane. So in total, I think I spent about $3,000 with food, and I spent a lot of money on food because, you know me, I'm always gonna go hard on the food. But yeah, that is a large price tag, and I did end up making about like $7,500. It is a very medium amount for me. It is right in the middle for cons, and that's great. We love middle, we love medium. So I would have netted about $4,500, but with tax you take out 30% of that, so I'm left with about $3,000-ish dollars, maybe a little bit less. I can't do 30% at the top of my head right now. But yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me. I'm very happy with it. I had an amazing time. The people were incredible. The con was easy to figure out. Last year, I stood in a line that took about an hour and a half to get into setup, and this year it was so much easier, and it only took me like 20 minutes to get in. Super easy. The staff was nice. The artist alley was a lot bigger than the previous year, so it did spread out the people a lot more. I didn't do as many hikes as I normally would want to. Like normally when I'm in Oahu, I'm doing like 5-6 mile hikes and I'm having a blast. But this con, because I'm working, I try to keep it to like under 2 miles there and back. But yeah, this is just my experience. I know that there's other people who did a lot better than me, and there's people who unfortunately did worse than me, and there's a lot of people who are saying about the same thing as I have, where it's kind of just a medium con. We all kind of go into this knowing it's a very mid-tier con, but it's definitely a con I look forward to every single year. It is getting harder and harder to get in. That is something to keep in mind, that Artist Alley is getting very difficult to get in, and a lot of conventions are switching to like a lottery system, which makes it even harder to get in. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I covered everything. That's it. The next one is C2E2 in Chicago, which I will be vlogging. Then I'm going to either NakaCon or Animazement. I got into both and I bought tables for both, and I have yet to find a proxy so that's not a great thing. I didn't get into Fanime, and then I might be going to Germany for Dokomi, and definitely AX. I'm going to AX. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!